Hey friends, we're popping on one more time for our backpack sew along for 2025. It's going to be a short and sweet video because I'm just going to be sharing the finished backpack. So I'm so excited to just show off the finished backpacks that I made for the backpack sew along. I have been dying seeing all the posts of all the finished backpacks that have been shared. So if you want to check the hashtag, I'm trying to repost everything that I get tagged in, so be sure to tag me in it so that I can see it, because I know that the hashtag was really long and I think some people didn't do it exactly, which is fine. Hashtags are kind of a mess anyways, but be sure to tag me in it because I'm going to try and repost and share everybody's backpacks. But I just wanted to show the backpacks that I finished. I made three backpacks during the sew along. And this was the one that I sewed with you completely from start to finish. Like, I did all the quilting on my domestic and shared videos, and everything. I really, really love how it turned out. I think it's so fun. So this was something that was new, a new addition that I've never done to a bag. I added a little ruffle. So, and for those of you who didn't sign up for the Sew Along newsletter, I'm going to be doing a blog post with all of the content that we shared throughout the Sew Along. So you will have access to all the details about the ruffle. Oh, thanks. I love the ruffle too. I loved how it turned out. It was very easy to do and a fun addition, and I think you could do it on any bag with a binding. So I gave the details in the email for the sew along, but like I said, I'll be posting that on a blog post and you'll be able to have access to it. So this fabric is ColourPop Playground. It's my friend Kristen from KP Creates, her very first fabric collection with Andover Fabrics. It's shipping to stores in October. It is so cute. The whole collection's so cute, but you're gonna have to for sure snag some of the strawberry print because the strawberry print is like my favorite. And then you probably saw the reels already, but I used this darling checkered print, and that's what I used to do my quilting lines off of. So that was a lot of fun as well to do the quilting with the fabric, just follow the quilting lines with the fabric. I used Sassafras Lane striped zipper tape. This was the red color. I just added this one to my shop because it was a new one. So anyways, I really love how it turned out with this. So even a pleated ruffle would be really dress it up as well. Oh, a pleated ruffle would be a cute idea too. Now I'm going to have to try it out. So fun. Anyways, so there we go. That one's all finished. I really do love how it turned out. I'm really happy with this one. So there's my first violet backpack. Second violet backpack's finished as well. This is one that I had half made when we started because I had been using it for step outs. Did you share how you did the binding with the zipper? We talked about it in one of the lives when we did pockets. So you can definitely go back and look at that live. But basically you just bind the top edge of the pocket. Just like any binding, you sew it from the lining side and wrap it over to the front and top stitch it. And then you just attach the zipper. You lay the zipper on and then bind the zipper like in the pattern. I'm pretty sure that I have plans to update the pattern with this because this is it's kind of a newer binding method of zipper installation that I have started doing in my patterns, but before I did it very different. Anyways, I love that that's an evolution thing of bags and construction and figuring things out and everything. So I really do like the way that the two bindings complete the zipper. So that is different from how the pattern is currently written. Anyway, so this fabric was, this is Kaleidoscope fabric by Annabelle Wrigley for Wyndham Fabrics. I did add it with, this is the Tula Pink. I can't remember what her Tiny Dots is called. I think that was like a basic one that she had. I think you can still find it. Anyways, it was a lot of fun to do this one. I did quilted bag panels for QuiltCon. So this is one of the quilted bag panels that we did in this fabric. I still have some available in my shop, and then I have probably 5 or 6 that I just finished that I'll be adding to my shop too. So if you're looking for pre-quilted bag panels with Soft and Stable and Kaleidoscope, we still have a few more coming. So I flipped my laptop sleeve to the outer back and added swivel hooks to my straps so I could tuck them in the trolley sleeve when I want to use it. I love that idea. I think that's such a great idea. So she's talking about in the Archie Backpack. The Archie Backpack has a laptop sleeve, so she made it a trolley sleeve, and I think that's such a great idea for travel. Anyway, so I added my Sawtooth Star label here, and I had to add one here because I think that they're so cute and little. So those are in my shop. That's my colorful Sawtooth Star. It comes with 8 different colors in the package. Anyways, really happy with how this one turned out. It's a lot of fun. It was so fun to finish this one. This one felt like such a reward because it had just been sitting incompleted for half of a year. So I'm like really happy to have that one finished. So there's the inside with that cute checkered print. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet because I'm going to do something with it. I love it. It's so fun. Okay. And I'm very excited to show you my last backpack because I haven't really shared like a lot of the content. I mean, I was like on stories getting questions, like you guys were helping me finalize placement and hardware color and all those things, but I was like really hoping I could get it finished before today. So here is my finished Archie backpack. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. I did end up using the 3 of the patches, and I liked them kind of offset, which I think is fun. So this is speckled canvas from Ruby Star Society that's going to be coming to stores, I think, in January next year. I love the canvas. I think it's so nice for bags. I'm so excited about what everyone's going to do with the canvas when it comes out because you can just like embellish it so much. You can do like decorative webbing, all of these great Ruby Star webbings. That are going to be like so cute on the bags. I just think it's going to be great. I can't wait for it to come out. So this is Ruby Star webbing, the strawberries. This is Renaissance ribbon here, and I just cut one typewriter and just folded the edges under and then top stitch it on like a little patch. So I love how that turned out. I brought everything to make 2 backpacks and 2 duffel bags, but life hit in the way. I'm grateful for your emails and tutorials. Yes, the emails are still there, and like I said, everyone who didn't get an email, weren't on the email list, will be putting everything up on the blog post. I'm so glad you like the patches. I'm so happy. I really was like, when am I gonna be brave enough to use these patches? But you just got to use them up. So I used some of my favorites. So I'm very excited about the patches. I really love this fussy cutting. I think this part of the sewalong was like one of my favorites, and shout out to Christina from Fabric Pop for sharing all of her tips. You can still watch her live if you want to tune in on all of her tips because I just had so much fun. And I already have plans for another fussy cut project. I wish I remember the name. I shared the backpack in my story. She did like a kind of Halloween vibe backpack, and she did patchwork or fussy cut on the whole front, the pocket, and up here as well, and it was just so cute. And now I'm like, I need a Halloween fussy cut project. So I think I'm gonna make my everyday quilted tote. That's like a really simple tote, and it has like a zipper pocket, like very similar to this. So I think it will be perfect to do like the fussy cut on the pocket for that as well. But like there's so many little skeletons and pumpkins that want to be cut, and ghosts, So I'm thinking that I'm going to need to do that fussy cut project next. So that's my plan. You can see the slip pockets here on both sides, slip pocket. I did add this little Renaissance ribbon here too because I thought the typewriters fit really well with the colors and everything too. So anyways, really love how it turned out. If you can see, I used the 2 color zippers. These are Stitch Supply Co. zippers. I carry them in my shop as well. Lemon Lime is this color, and this is Jazzberry. I'm pretty sure I got those right. And I'm going to show you the inside because it was a lot of fun to do the inside as well. I know it's like difficult to show, but I was being sentimental with my fabric, and I didn't want to use like this huge piece of strawberry for the pocket, so I did a faux binding on this, you can see, and I really love how that turned out. Just a little detail that turned out. I'm sad I didn't put in a label because that would have been perfect to like sew in a label. But It's the inside. It's okay. So there's my slip pockets on this side, and then on the other side I have, this is where the laptop sleeve is, right here. So that's what that lady was saying. She put this on the back and then used it as a trolley sleeve, which I think is great. And it sounded like she also used, you could do the hardware different, where it sounds like she used like triangle rings and swivel hooks on her straps so that you could unhook them and shove them in, which I think is such a great idea too. So yes, and if you were watching my stories, I was like so happy because, you know, at the end of the sew along, I was like losing a little steam, and I was like, I have to finish one more backpack. And I had just got pre-made bias binding from Bessie Pearl, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. That's what I'm going to do, because I kind of scrapped this one as I went. So I was like cutting the bindings as I was going and cutting everything as I was going, which kind of made it a little more difficult. But I had just put in an order from her with a bunch of bindings, and so I had this one. This was a 3-yard roll of binding, and it like had 8 inches left. It was like the perfect amount, and it was so nice to just like pull it out and sew it on and use it. So that's what I used for my binding. So if you ever want to buy pre-made bias binding, she has some great ones. And oh, there's a little peek of some labels coming soon. They're headed off to the photographer today, so I can get the product listings up, but those are new labels coming. There you go. Okay, and then I did end up going with antique brass hardware. That was like definitely the top vote, and I love how it turned out, the antique brass here. So, okay, so I don't know if there's any other questions. I was going to share one tip. I know sometimes once you get your bag finished, you're at the very end, and it feels like this doesn't want to like go the shape it's supposed to go. I learned this tip from Annie, from By Annie, when I worked for Annie. But we would spray the seams on the outside with water bottle. Just get a squirt bottle and spray the seams and get them wet, and then get Wonder Clips and clip them around. And then you can just leave it till it dries. So, I mean, sometimes I've done it for like 10 minutes. And you just let it dry, and then sometimes the clip marks will be there, but those will definitely fade and it will be great. But then it kind of helps keep your shape of your bag. So there's your tip to help get the structure on, like keeping the bag all nice and smoothed out. Okay, the blog address. My website is notinthread.com, K-N-O-T, notinthread.com, and then there's just a little tab that says blog, so you can go look. We have the blog posts up from all of our past sew-alongs too, so if you ever making a bag and want to see if there's been a sew along with lots of tips, go check it out there. We have all the things, Patrick Duffel, Olivia baskets, I think, and now backpacks. So you guys will have to tell me what one you want next. Okay, and I love your patterns. Thank you so much, everybody. Gosh, this has been so fun. What size is this one? This is the Archie Backpack. I actually don't have my pattern handy, so I can't give you the dimensions, but they're on the back cover of the pattern. So thank you for joining us. Thanks for sewing along. It's been such a fun time. And shout out to Christina from Fabric Pop. She was so wonderful to join us and to give us the tips on the fussy cutting. I really am so grateful, because it just feels like it unlocked a whole new world for me. When I look at fabric now, I'm like, oh, that could be cut. It's so fun and so cute. Anyways, so it's been so great. There's one final email going out today that's just wrapping up. I did want to tell you too that I filmed the binding this whole process of my Archie backpack, like putting the whole backpack together. I put it on camera and I filmed it for YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, sorry that the orientation's different, but so I'm going to be working on getting that video edited and posted so that you can see, and it's including the binding technique that was a little bit different from the pattern. So if you've been watching the lives, you know we talked about putting binding on the gusset strips before assembling it. So I filmed the whole thing so you can see the whole thing. So hopefully we'll get that up in the next couple of weeks. Anyways, it's been wonderful. You guys are great. Thanks so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed the sew along. And comment when the video goes live. Like when I post, I'll save this video so you can rewatch it. But let us know what sew along you want next. we can start planning. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your summer, and I will talk to you guys soon.